Hi everybody, it's Stephanie. Last year I made a really cute gravity-defying teddy bear cake using supplies I got from the hardware store. Today I am going to make a very similar cake, but I am going to make it so much easier because of something I got from Prop Options. I cannot wait to show you how I made this cake. Let's get started. I baked my cakes already. This one is going to be a 9-inch round cake and a 6-inch round cake. I was trying out some new recipes today. They were coconut and chocolate. Both were so good, and I will put links to these recipes down in the description box. As usual, I'm leveling and torting the cakes, so just trim off the tops to level it, and then the chocolate cake needed torted, so I'm running my knife through the middle of it. My chocolate cake is getting filled with 2 layers of peppermint buttercream and 1 layer of fudge. Give it a crumb coat and then chill. For the coconut cake, I piped a buttercream dam and then I filled it with coconut cream cheese frosting. It was so good. There was some left over and I was just eating it with a spoon. So once that has been filled, pop it into the refrigerator to chill again. Now that the cakes are cold, you need to do a second coat of buttercream, chill them again, and then do a final coat of buttercream. The fondant is up next, which I have colored a very pretty icy blue color. I don't want to cover the entire cake, so I'm just rolling out a strip for the sides. Trim one side of the fondant straight, and then roll it up, and then unroll it onto the side of the cake. A trick to cutting the fondant in the back is to overlap the ends and then cut through both pieces of fondant with an X-Acto knife and then open it up and remove that extra bit of fondant, and then the ends should line up perfectly. If you need to trim the bottom edge, do that as well. Also use a fondant smoother to get the sides nice and smooth. Go ahead and trim the top edge of the fondant too, but no need to get it perfect. And if you see any air bubbles at this time, just get those out with a pin. Alright, let me show you my new cake stand from Prop Options. This one is called an adjustable cake separator with a central bar. So I have 3 sizes of plates and also 2 different sizes for the central bar. I decided to use the smaller 4-inch and 6-inch plates and use the 4-inch central bar. If I were to go with a larger plate, I think it would be much sturdier, but since this cake isn't very big, I think this will work perfectly. Let's decorate the cake. To keep the cake design simple, I decided to make the sides and top look snowy. But before I start piping the snow, remember that the bottom tier needs to be flat on the top for the cake stand. So I am marking where that will sit, and then I begin piping a buttercream snow around the top edges and the sides. Smooth it out the best that you can, but since it's snow, it does not really matter. I could have left it as is, but since my buttercream was slightly yellowish, I thought it'd be prettier with a layer of white fondant. So just roll out the fondant pretty thin and then drape it over the cake and then trim away the excess. To smooth out the fondant here, just get a straight piece of fondant and roll it into a ball, get some cornstarch on it, and then use that to smooth out any imperfections on the cake. Let's move on to the cute teddy bears. I am making these out of fondant and I'm kneading in a product called Tylose powder. Tylose powder will strengthen the fondant and it will also help it dry out faster. You can also make it into an edible glue if you mix a little bit of it into water. I like to start these with a lollipop stuck into a piece of styrofoam. And then begin modeling the body, which is just a cone shape. Brush the lollipop stick with edible glue and then push the body down into place on the lollipop stick. And same thing for the head, roll a ball of fondant and push it down onto the lollipop stick. The legs and arms are made by rolling a log of fondant, and then I cut it in half and I pinch the ends to create the feet and hands. I also cut out a circle and a lighter shade of brown for the tummy, and also a thicker oval shape for the snout. If you have details you want to add to the snout like the mouth, do it before the fondant starts to dry out. I then used a modeling tool to mark holes for the eyes. The ears are created by rolling 2 tiny spheres of fondant, and then you push the end of a paintbrush into it to create the ear shape. And then 2 black eyes and a nose go into place. From here, you can get as detailed as you want. When you make these cute characters, try to make them all similar, but then give each one their own unique detail, like make one sleeping or maybe one is eating candy. This is the type of thing that will set your cake apart from someone else who may be just using a mold for their teddy bears. If you can, try to make the teddy bears first so that you can save the cake making process for the very last minute so the cake is super fresh when you give it to your customer. Let's get back to the cake stand. So it comes in silver, which you can leave as is, but since my cake is a snowy scene, I'm going to cover the bottom plate with white fondant. But before I move the stand onto the cake, I need to add dowels to support the weight, so I'm using plastic straws that I'm cutting flush with the top of the cake. I decided to add one less detail to the cake, beautiful snow. So brush the white fondant with water or edible glue and then stick on white sanding sugar. I love the way this looks. I think it looks so cute. This cake should be stacked and assembled when you get to your party location. You do not want to travel with this cake already assembled. Let's get this cake assembled. The bear that I made to conceal the central bar needed to be cut in the back so that I could push it up against the central bar. And then I stuck it into place with piping gel. If you want, you could also make another bear on the back to cover the bar, but I don't mind it showing. And then the 4-inch plate will screw on. Carefully move the 6-inch cake onto the cake plate. If you want though, you could attach it with buttercream or royal icing. I think it's sturdy as is though. And then I'm finishing it off with the cute teddy bears. All finished with my wintry teddy bear cake. I really love this style of cake and I am so excited about my new cake stand from Prop Options. I can think of so many more designs to go with this cake stand, and I know I'll get a lot of use out of it. I will put a link to Prop Options in the description box if you are interested in checking them out. Thank you all for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned how to make your own gravity-defying teddy bear cake. If you have any ideas for me, please let me know down in the comment section. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.